Hello, my fabulous friends, and welcome to our Moonology reading for today. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle my cards a few times and we'll get started. I like to shuffle my cards 3 times because 3 is the number of creation. And here on this channel, on this YouTube, and in this moment, I am creating magic and I am sharing that with you. And you are creating connection by being here today. Our first card calling my name is to accept help. This is the yin moon. This is the moon of rest and relaxation, calm. This is a sign that you are doing too much. You are moving too fast. You are racing towards productivity, and you have permission to do less. Accept help from your friends, from your family, from your neighbors, from your partners. Accept help from the universe. What is the universe trying to offer you right now? Communicate. Talk to the moon tonight, especially as we approach this eclipse a day from now. It is time to release and let go of anything that is no longer serving you. So communicate what there is in your life that you want to let go of. What is there in your life that isn't sparking joy or isn't offering you space to grow? Communicate this to the moon. Communicate this to yourself. It is a wonderful time to reflect upon what is needed for your future or your present self, and to release all that is no longer serving you. The past is a wonderful tool to look at, to see what we prefer and what we don't prefer, but it's not a place where we want to be always. It's a place to look at, to observe, to notice, and then to move on from. Moon in detriment. So cut your losses. There are some things you need to let go of. The moon is speaking to us so clearly today that there's some things that we're still holding on to. There's weight in our life that we need to let go of. And the best way to release weight is to create space. So maybe that could mean your physical environment. That could be through technology, creating space and deleting apps and deleting emails and text messages and contacts that aren't a part of your life anymore and that don't bring you joy. This is a good time to release emotions. This is a good time to move past experiences that you might be stuck on, or move past people that you might be missing. This is the time to transform those feelings into gratitude for having had it in your past and create more space to allow more love in. So our reading today, to focus on the next week or the next month or whenever you're seeing this message from the moon is asking you to accept help from the environment around you, from the universe, and from people, to communicate with yourself, with others, and especially with the moon, and to cut your losses, to release what's no longer serving you, to let go. That is the theme for today. It's to let go, because that is what she is telling us. Oftentimes we hold on too long to things that we think we can bring back, we can try to control, we can experience again, but it's just not the same. It's time to move on, and it's time to create your new life. So in order to create that new life, that new version of you, that new personality, the highest version of yourself, you need to create space. You need to let go. I hope this reading was helpful for you. I'm going to dive into the book so that if what I said does not fully resonate, you can get a more broad description of what these cards mean and how they can serve you today. I'd like to note here that Accept Help is the last page in the book. It's the last description of these cards, meaning that we are tying up loose ends now, today, in your present moment, or something coming up might be an invitation to tie up those loose ends. Have you been trying to do everything by yourself? This isn't the answer to your current dilemma. You need to take a softer, possibly more collaborative approach. Maybe you've been too tough on yourself or on someone else. This card comes up when the energies are harsh. Being independent is a great thing, but sometimes we just refuse other people's help for all the wrong reasons. Make sure you're not guilty of this right now. There is a sense that you need to accept someone else's help in order to get your job done or to get where you want to go. Maybe you just need to ask someone for advice. Find someone who you know will have a gentle response. In the yin and yang paradigm, yin is very soft like the moon. This isn't the time to push forward unrelentingly, but rather to see how you can soften into a solution if you've been trying to drive something on or convince someone of something. Take this card as a sign to proceed more gently. Someone wants to help you. You catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Don't be stubborn. Your ego may be in the way. Bring out your softer side. The famous yin-yang symbol describes how seemingly opposite forces may actually work together. It represents the interconnectedness of all life everywhere. Talk to the moon and communicate. Your outlook is positive, but you need to communicate with your highest self. With the moon or with someone, start with the idea of communicating with your highest self. This is the part of you connected to all life everywhere. Learning to connect with this part of you is easy. Simply sit quietly and ask your higher self what you need to know about your situation. Request answers, close your eyes, breathe gently, and see what messages come to you. Have a pen and a piece of paper handy so you can make notes and then return to your breathing. You can also do this exercise under the moon. Go out into the night and sit quietly asking for answers about your situation. That's the esoteric part of this card. However, it can suggest that, as well as divine answers in a magical way, you might need to talk to someone in real life, either to a person involved in your situation or to someone else who can help you. Keep the channels of communication open. Be open to new ideas. Meditate more. Work on your intuition. Pay attention to the signs that you're getting. And the moon is a perfect conduit for powerful emotion-based communications. She's all about feelings. Tap into the feelings you're getting now and answers will come. Moon in detriment. Cut your losses. It would be absolutely lovely if life were nothing but rainbows and unicorns. But after a certain age, say around 7 years old, we start to realize there is always going to be light and shade. Drawing this card suggests that right now you might be going through a little bit more shade than light. You're not at your best, and it could be the situation that you're inquiring about is taking its toll on you and your vitality. You have two choices at this point. Either you keep going the same direction you've been heading up to, or you do what it takes to cut your losses. In other words, it is possible for you to change tack now, or are you absolutely committed to the actions you've been taking? You're not running on full power in this situation at the moment, so if you want to change that, you need to think about what it's going to take to strengthen your position. In your current situation, it's not easy to be spontaneous, and that can make everything feel rather tedious. What's happening is not your fault. Are you being too self-conscious? Do you need to look on the bright side a little more? Life goes in cycles, and you need to accept that this is the moment to do the necessary emotional work. The moon is said to be in detriment in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is all about being strict and severe, and the moon is all about emotions. Together, they create tension. Tension is a beautiful thing because it helps bring our awareness to what needs changing or something that we need to reflect upon. These reflect what I'm going through right now, and maybe they resonate with you and maybe they don't. Take what resonates and leave the rest. For me, I have been having a hard time accepting help from friends who are offering it because of my pride, because I feel like I need to do everything, I need to be everywhere, I need to pay for everything. And sometimes it's okay to let others take care of you. I have not been communicating my feelings regarding financial situations lately, and at this point, I do need to cut my losses. I have been trying to force a situation, an outcome to work so deeply that it just keeps digging myself a little bit deeper into a hole. My energy is a bit lower today, and maybe yours is as well, or maybe you can just take a look at my situation and notice something that you can be grateful for. Maybe you have an abundance of financial resources in your life. Maybe you have an abundance of friends and family. Maybe you have some areas to grow in just like I do. But it's always a good chance to take a look, to reflect, to write, to read, to notice the things that are not serving you. And right now, I have some things to do and some things to let go of, to stop forcing. I hope these cards gave you some sort of insight today, and I will see you next time.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars.